Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All glories to my Guru Pada Padma, all the Guru Varga, Rupa Anuga Guru Varga. All glories to Sila, my Param Guru Pada Padma, His Divine Grace Sila, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, all the Vaishnavas, and offering my most respectful obeisances, homage at all their lotus feet. I am humbly praying for their benevolent grace, mercy be showered upon me, upon all of you. I am truly appreciating that all the good-hearted devotees found out some time. They managed to find out some time to come over here to be engaging in Krishna Sankirtana and hearing about the glory of the divine couple Mahaprabhu, hearing the glories of the Supreme Absolute Divine, the Supreme goal, final goal, ambrosial goal of all our achievements. Truly appreciate that. And please know, such your endeavor, such your devotional endeavor to be coming over here, engaging in Krishna Sankirtana activity, hearing Harikatha will never go in vain. Will never go in vain. It will be very worthy. Whether or not we always do not directly understand, directly perceive, still, truth is truth. Still it is happening that we are accumulating great sukriti. By doing so, we are acquiring some qualification in our journey to go forward, to be walking forward more close towards the Supreme Lord. Our Srila Guru Maharaj, Guru Varga simply explained, have faith, you have your enlightened faith, have your deep enlightened faith in the Supreme Divine Absolute, who created us, for whom we have been able to be alive, for whom, because of whom, we are able to live our life. We are living our life. We are we are experiencing this life, this universe, many things. Is because of that superpower. When we exist, because we exist, our cause, superpower also exists. We all know. But the role, the functions of that Supreme Absolute Divine or superpower, super creator, our life maintainer, sustainer, it remains beyond our direct experience. It mostly remains beyond our tangible perception. because that's the way it is. He doesn't want to be easily available, cheaply available to us. But at the same time, He lets us know, He lets us feel about Him that something higher is there as the backing force of our life, sustaining, maintaining force of our life. Okay, because we are not the creator of ourselves. We are not the maintainer, sustainer of ourselves. We are given the ability to maintain, sustain our life. We are given that is given to us, and by utilizing, by making use of all that ability, all the intelligence given to us by the superpower, we take care of ourselves, maintain ourselves. But if such ability was not being given, if we would not be created in the first place, there would be no question. Simply there would be no question, no possibility to live this life, to experience about ourselves. Even to say no to God, to trying to deny the existence of the Supreme Absolute. When out of great ignorance, some atheists try to deny the existence of the Supreme Absolute power. It's naturally understood, out of ignorance. Because they are doing so, being validated, being enabled, by the superpower. If he would become just a dead body, he would not be boasting as atheist. He would just become just a dead body, whether male or female. He could not be boasting as atheist. I don't believe in God, I don't accept God. So, that's what he's doing. That the fact that he's trying to deny the entity, deny the existence of the Supreme God, also being possible because of the empowerment of that Supreme God for him. The someone, the Supreme Absolute, whom the atheists are denying about, even that denial is also being possible because they are alive. They are living with the power of the same Supreme Absolute. There would be no such life power, life potency. There would be no such, his power or ability, which is given by the Supreme Creator. He would never be in a position even to deny. Never be in a position even to deny. So we tell, validated by who? Validated by which potency? You are saying no, you are trying to deny. That potency is God. By which? By empowered by which you are even trying to deny Him, that potency is God. Self-evident. Self-evident. But you know very well, you cannot create yourself. You cannot be created by yourself. You cannot be controller of the universe. Law of creation, law of universe, and even your nature. Why should you be boasting? It's a sign of clear ignorance, full ignorance. Sometimes we have illusory visions. We cannot see the actual reality, but we become very expert to see things illusory way. Okay, hallucination. See many things through illusory hallucinations, but they are not real vision. Similar way, while we live our life in a godless way, we have many illusory conceptions, so-called illusory practical experience, so-called practical experience, okay, moving in a more practical, realist way. Do not believe in what I don't know. These are all called illusory experience compared to the actual reality. Anyway, so why I am saying all this? Whether the holy text, holy scriptures proclaiming, many exalted pure devotees are proclaiming, Supreme God Himself or herself another form of God's energy. Come and be peaceful. Come. Anybody else supposed to come? Okay. Back to the point. So, whether or not we directly understand or experience the result of coming over here, engaging in hearing, engaging in chanting the glories and hearing the glories of Supreme Divine, but it will be working. Guarantee. It's guaranteed. It doesn't matter, we can directly perceive, understand its effect or not. Like we are all engaged in doing many jobs in life, different types of jobs to earn livelihood. We know if I do this job, in exchange we will receive some salary, receive some money, okay, can earn a livelihood. So we do it with faith. Similarly, when we the devotees, all the devotees coming over here, engaging in Krishna conscious activities, just chanting, singing glories of Krishna, hearing about the glories of Krishna. You have come with open heart, with that belief and faith, I should do it. It is very important for me to do this. And such endeavor and such sincerity in you all will never go in vain. It will be producing, definitely it will be producing, bringing higher merits, higher spiritual merits, virtues, higher results in your life, no doubt about. It is the promise of Supreme God. Question may arise again, we don't realize anything. We don't really directly experience much, like the way while we do some job and then, instead for doing our job, I will get some money, something tangible in my hand. I know I am earning livelihood, so it is worthwhile. But while we are engaged in spiritual activity, we don't feel much, don't directly understand anything or get the result then and there. But again, our Guru Varga saying, we don't understand many things directly in our life. We don't immediately get results of many of our activities in our life, but still action, reaction happens. Guru Varga explained, realized devotees explained, giving the example of Newton's third law. Okay, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Everything we do, see, everything we think, we do, we feel has got some reaction, good or bad reaction. This is science. I repeat, everything on this plane we do, okay, whether physically or mentally, spiritually, cannot but have some reaction. It just cannot just evaporate in the space. Some effects there. When we do things in objective way, I repeat, when we engage in doing things more in objective way, material way, we have got material reactions, some material effect for that. That is more tangible to us. But while we engage in doing subjective things, I repeat, while we engage in doing more subjective activities, then we do not immediately understand the effect. But still, effect happens. Subtle way. I give you some examples. So, anyway, before that I repeat, this is scientific law. To every action there is equal and opposite reactions. You can say to every action there is equal and some befitting reactions. I don't want to mean opposite reaction. You can say in a different way, to every action, to our every action there is some equal and befitting reactions. So similarly, while we engage in hearing the glories of Lord, chanting and hearing the glories of Lord with faith, this also has got some very befitting spiritual reaction. This activity cannot just go in vain without any effect. Every activity can produce effect. Why not this activity will produce effect? Simple logic. If everything else, all our activities, whether material and spiritual, all produce some effect, why this will not produce any effect? Cannot be. It will also produce effect. This is science. Gross effect and subtle effect. That's the difference. For the gross effects, when we see the gross effects, it's much easier for us to immediately relate to, understand that, because it is more tangible and gross and like something we consider solid. Okay. But for the subtle effects, it often remains in more invisible, covered way, more spiritual way. For the subtle effects, which is coming from subtle spiritual activities, subjective activities, also remain in a very subtle way. Subtle effects will be of subtle type, subtle character. It cannot be so tangible like objective way. Like the way we experience many effects in a subtle way on the mental platform. On the mental platform, we can often experience many subtle effects of emotion, grudge, dissatisfaction, satisfaction, all these, not directly visible, not directly tangible objectively, but still we feel that, we experience it, we understand. So that's the nature of the effects in the subtle form. A lot of effects happen on our mental plane, no less than what we experience physically, no less than bodily way. So many effects we receive on a mental platform, mental way, which are so effective, so much affecting our life. Sometimes they are affecting the experiences, the effects we receive on the mental plane, affecting us more than the effects we are receiving in physical ways. Physical ways. So, effects. I tell you through simple examples. In India or in other parts of the world, there are many high-class businessmen. High-class businessmen, they are very, very rich people, like Marwari, Gujaratis. While they are sitting in their shop, while they are taking care of their business field, those people, very practical, they are successful people. They are not like stupid or ordinary or dull type of people, because they are quite successful and rich in their life. When they take care of their business, they're very selfish, very particular, very selfish. They will try to earn their profit, business profit, as much as possible. Okay. They don't like bargaining so much. Even if somebody does some bargaining with them to buy some stuff, okay, they do bargaining in such a way so that still they can have, after the bargaining and everything, still they have a good deal of profit. Very profiteering man. They are profiteering men, profit motivated men they are. Therefore they are very highly rich. So while they are taking care of their business activity, their boss in their business field, very selfish and very particular, they won't let anyone take any money from them, rather they want to earn profit. But the same persons are coming to the temple, coming to the great gurus. Okay, they are joining some great social welfare program, and so in the temple, in the service of Lord, the same persons are donating lakhs and lakhs. The same person is so particular not to let any money go away from them. Okay, very conscious about every farthing, every rupee or every bucks. But while they are coming in contact, coming to do service to the Supreme Lord, they are coming to the temple, coming to the great devotees, to engage, to do something for the Supreme Lord, the same person giving lakhs and lakhs. Not out of their some kind of imaginary, false, sentimental belief. Because they are educated people and very conscious, okay, very intelligent people. They are so successful. They believe in, and they actually have deep faith in this principle, that when I am giving my earnings, when I am dedicating some part of my earnings in the service of the Supreme Lord, in pious activities, in high welfare works, through the service of the Supreme Lord, also doing welfare to other human beings, then I must accumulate. In exchange, I must accumulate very high merits, some higher values and virtues. And as I have already got so rich on this plane, material plane, I also need to become rich on the spiritual plane. Okay, in the field of my eternal life, in connection with my eternal life. Next life and next life, in this way eternally flowing lifeline. So I also need to be securing my future lives also, not only present life, like future life insurance. They also do future life insurance from this life, so that their future lives, the next births, next life, all the next lives, can be high class, comfortable, happy and successful. Because they already know, they already experience some great success and riches. They're already rich in this lifetime, so they already experience so much success in this lifetime. And they also want to remain successful for the next life and next life and next life. And because of that realistic belief, faith, they are doing it. They are earning their money with so much diligence and so much sacrifice of energy, all this, earning livelihood in some way they call hard-earned money, but while they are giving in charity, in the service of Lord, giving it open-heartedly, with full respect, mode of submission, they're dedicating in the service of Lord, knowing that they will be blessed by the Supreme Lord, by the superpower. They will be so much blessed by the superpower, the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Guardian, because of whose blessings today they have been born in a rich family, high class aristocratic rich family. Also they have been so much facilitated during this lifetime to achieve so much success. And they believe such success is earned not by their own ability, but by some blessed ability. I repeat, those people, those successful rich people, believe in that. It's not blind faith, it's enlightened faith. They believe in that all such success is not earned by me, cannot be earned by my limited ability, but by some superior ability, by some higher blessings, which empowered me to receive all this success. I cannot be boasting to be the owner, to be the owner and to be the doer, performer of winning all the success in my life. I repeat, their mood is, I cannot be boasting. I cannot be boasting, have the vanity of thinking that I am the owner, I am the doer. I am the actually performer of winning all such success in my life. No. They very faithfully, respectfully admit that such success came due to being empowered by some higher blessings of the Lord, while they were also trying hard. They know that they also tried. While they are also trying, they are also trying to achieve success, trying to help themselves to the best as possible. But real result of success actually came being empowered by some higher blessings in their life. They not only believe it, they want to apply it, practically apply such belief in their life by donating. By donating so much in the service of the Lord, and through the service of the Lord, doing welfare to the society in relation to the Lord. So there are many such examples. And they also receive, because they can experience something very subtle. Anything I am giving in the service of Lord cannot go in vain. They do directly experience it. And therefore, for something, earning so much money, for earning which money they spend a lot of time, energy, sacrifice, earning in a hard way, very serious. And if you would become miser, if he had a miserly temperament, could he donate that in the service? Because they think, because it's a natural tendency of the people. Oh, I am earning it in such a hard way. I had to make so much sacrifice. I had to take so much troubles, austerity, I had to make so much sacrifice, everything to earn this much money, to earn this livelihood. I cannot easily let it go. That would be the natural temperament, the people. They also know that. But something they directly experience, practically experience, which makes them to act opposite way. Coming to the temple, coming to the Supreme Lord, before the deities of Supreme Lord, coming to the great devotees, and donating lakhs and lakhs, sometimes crores, in the service. They have direct experience. Latest examples was in the Rama temple in India, in Ajodhya. Crores, millions of donations came. They did not even expect so much donation would come, that they did not even want. Not that they went out for begging, give me, give us, give us, give us. Just said, such opportunities are available. If anyone wants to donate in the service of Lord Rama, this opportunity is open. This chance opportunity is open to you all. Crores, millions came. So much so that they put all those money in the bank account. Bank became rich, and just from the interest they were earning, only from the interest they are earning from the bank, they're building a great part of the temple and developing everything simply from the interest. And people are found to be crying, dancing and crying in happiness, chanting the holy name of Rama, in the name of Ramachandra, Shyavara Ramachandra ki jai, Sita Ramachandra Hanumanju. In the Vrindavana, in the Bhandara, big sets, often give Bhandara, spend lakhs and lakhs. They feel so proud and crying in happiness to be able to be accepted in the service of the Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani and Krishna. They feel so happy, so happy, so delighted. Mood is opposite, see? Oh, I had to give so much money went away from me. Why should I have done that? Mood is opposite. They feel, I am blessed. I am fortunate to be able, I am so fortunate being able to be accepted in your service, my Lord. It's my great fortune. It's my great fortune. I remain eternally indebted to you, my Lord, that you are accepting my service. You think I am qualified. You made me qualified to be offering some service to you. You are kindly, mercifully accepting me as your servitor. You are accepting some of my energy in my life, what I earned, okay, my wealth, my treasure. In your service, you are being gracious. You are actually being so gracious, merciful on me, considering me that I am acceptable to you. You are accepting my service, my Lord. You are so merciful on me. This is the real devotee's temperament. Why I am explaining all this? See, we find there are many very successful, rich, talented people in this world who are of extraordinary type, whom everybody considers like their icon. Their icon, their model. So everybody understands they are not idiot people. They are not less intelligent, idiot, dull type of people. They are very talented and intelligent. And while they engage, they are actively engaging in the service of the Supreme Lord, engaging in many beautiful, wonderful spiritual activities. with all their intelligence, deep faith, and they're tangibly feeling something, experiencing. And they can feel, they can smell, they could feel. This way I will be achieving more success from material success. Now I will be starting to be attaining spiritual success more beyond the material success. Oh Lord, by your grace, by some blessings, I have been materially successful. Now I want to be spiritually successful, more than material, because I know all my material success will all simply be helplessly left behind with the death of my material body. I cannot take anything, any part of that with me after the death of material body. It will all be left behind, will be enjoyed by the heritage, enjoyed by my next generations, inheritors. Okay, so I must be acquiring before my death, before leaving this material body of mine, before departing from this body, leaving this material body of mine, I must be accumulating that treasure, that wealth. I must be rich. I should also become very rich, try to be very rich spiritually in such a way so that I can take a lot of riches with me, with my soul, after departing from the material body. While I will be taking journey, going beyond my material body, bodily existence, while I start making my journey into the infinite life process and all, guided by karma and all. Oh Lord, at that time I want to have some wealth with me. I want to have some capital, real wealth with me, which will come into a great help, which will be very helpful, very useful, very helpful to me at that time. And so why should I be spending all my time, energy, everything, so much sacrifice only for accumulating material wealth, which will all be left behind? Something I acquired with so much sacrifice, something I have acquired in my life with so much trouble, taking so much trouble and pain and sacrifice. Now all will be left behind. I cannot own anything with me, take anything with me after my death. So why should I be spending more time, energy for accumulation of mundane wealth more and more? Why? Natural, very natural awakening, natural. They understand that from their higher awareness. I must be doing something to be accumulating such wealth, such spiritual wealth and merits, treasure, which I can carry with me after the death of this material body, after the departure from this material body. Okay. I must accumulate such capital, higher spiritual capitals with me, which I can take with me in my journey after I leave this material body. And they experience it, following in the footsteps of the great realized devotees of the Lord, wise personalities. Even many material successful people also experience that, and therefore they become interested doing something spiritual. They take interest to engage in spiritual activities. There are many examples. See, many negative examples of some unfortunate atheists. Also there are many positive examples of fortunate theists. Fortunate theists, very successful people. So, I'm explaining all this in connection. So, all the good-hearted devotees who have come over here today or any day to be engaging in Krishna Sankirtan activity, engaging in chanting, singing the holy names, hearing Krishna Katha, divine topics of the Supreme Lord, glories of the Supreme Lord, must know. Your such beautiful, holy effort, such your beautiful, valuable effort will never go in vain, can never go in vain. It must be productive. It will definitely be positively productive. You'll receive in exchange of this, you'll be definitely receiving, accumulating some higher spiritual merits, divine capitals. Whether or not you now directly understand, doesn't matter. Truth happens. A big portion of the truths, many aspects of the truths always continue to be happening in our life, in a visible way, mystically, invisible ways, subtle ways. This is the truth. That is a self-evident reality. I don't need to give any particular scientific example to prove that. Prove that what is self-evident. Just you become little subtle. From gross you should become little subtle. Then you will understand all. Just from your gross level of habit, just you become bit uplifted. You simply be more uplifted, more elevated from the level of your gross habit of experience everything only objective, materially gross way. Just be little more elevated to the platform of also experiencing something tangibly in a spiritual way. You can do that. If you keep on trying to be elevated, to uplift yourselves on the higher spiritual platform, spiritual realm, at some point you will also be able to tangibly experience some spiritual effects good spiritual effects being accumulated, spiritual capitals you are accumulating in your life due to your devotional activities, due to your higher spiritual activities, devotional activities in relation to the Lord. It is self-evident. All you need to do to elevate yourself up, uplift yourself up, and entune yourself with that higher frequency. Entune yourself with higher frequency of the spiritual experience. Then you can experience. You can directly experience that you are accumulating some high class, some higher merits, divine wealth, virtues, capitals, in these spiritual practices, through these spiritual practices, by engaging in such holy spiritual practices, devotional practices, devotional service to the Lord. So, look into the lives of the great souls. Simply, let us look into the life of the great lives, wise persons throughout the history. Sometimes, often you can find many great lives, very wise personalities. See, apparently they are living a renounced life. Apparently they are not so materially rich. Materially they are living their life materially successful way. But they are very rich inwardly, spiritual way. Therefore we find, as you look into their lifestyle, look into the character of the great wise men, apparently materially poor, but who are spiritually rich. And they are found to be so happy and so satisfied, so fulfilled in their life. Okay. So many big rich people, so many big rich people who are not spiritually successful, only materially successful. In a so-called godless way, they are materially successful. In spite of having so much riches and opulence, they remain so unhappy. They remain so unhappy, so sad, so disappointed, even many of them committing suicides. In spite of having so much riches and everything, all facilities. They remain so unhappy that sometimes, often such intense unhappiness leads them to commit suicide. Whereas apparently we find the opposite examples, some examples of the opposite type. Sadhu, santas, some great wise persons renounced. Okay, without apparent material success so much. Okay, without any burden of exploiting material success, but they live such a happy life. They are so filled with happiness, delights, full of self-confidence, self-conviction, full of higher satisfactions, full of lights of wisdom, full of lights of knowledge and wisdom. They are feeling they are so quite successful. They feel they are so successful and relatively fulfilled with some higher happiness, satisfaction, some nectarian experience time to time. I'm talking about the great lives, wise saints. Okay. How they can be so happy, so satisfied, so fulfilled. They are the real rich ones. What is the real definition of becoming rich? Tell me. What should be the real definition of becoming truly rich in a true sense? To become more happy, more satisfied, feel more fulfilled. That is the real rich. That is the real sign of being rich. If I am so happy, if I am enriched with happiness, higher satisfaction, enriched with wisdom, lights of wisdom, divine wisdom, enriched with some blissful experience, nectarian experience in my life, then only I am truly rich person. That's the definition of becoming truly rich. Not that I've been so materially rich and everything. My family life is hell. Experiencing hellish family life. Experiencing hellish life. Experiencing so much disappointment, frustration, unhappiness, so much so, I commit suicide. What's the value? What's the value of having so much riches and becoming wealthy and all, while you yourself are so poor, so destitute life-wise, living-wise, really poor, really case of pity. Very pitiful, how do you say? Pitiable case. They are not real rich people. They are not truly rich people. Truly rich people are higher spiritualists, divine, the pure devotees, pure saintly persons. Truly rich people are they. Truly rich persons are those who are great saints, great devotees, greatly realized souls, greatly wise, living their life full of so much happiness and satisfaction and glory, spiritual, divine glories joy, so much positive self-confidence, satisfaction. They are the real rich ones. Okay. Because the final target of acquiring all material riches is to buy happiness. Okay. Buy higher satisfaction, peace, delights of life. If that is not received, they are all worthless. So back to the point, while we are engaging in Savanam and Kirtanam, and then we are also being inspired for Smaranam, engaging in some higher spiritual meditation, contemplation, devotional meditations, in relation to the divine couple, in relation to the Supreme Absolute Beautiful Divine, then that such endeavor can never go in vain. Such endeavor always brings some high-class results, higher merits in our life, no doubt about, higher divine merits. And you all are acquiring that right now. You all who are seated here, assembled here in this Krishna Katha function, Hari Katha, actually accumulating, actually collecting, earning that divine livelihood, earning that divine merits, wealth, no doubt about it. Sometimes we may not experience many things through our direct knowledge. I repeat, in the higher spiritual world, the higher level of spirituality, what I was going to say? Yeah, on the higher realm of, higher level of spiritual experience, spirituality. We cannot experience many things on the primary level of our doings, the primary neophyte levels at the starting point. But at some fortunate time of our life, when the right time appears, when the right time comes, right time arrives in our life, in the life of spiritual practice, then at certain time, at certain stage, we can directly experience. Yes, what I was going to say. Many things in our life we cannot experience through our limited perception or our intellectual calculations or knowledge, limited knowledge. But we can experience them with faith, through faith. You know, there is a lot of difference between blind, absurd, blind, unreasonable, illusory faith, and the one of full enlightenment, positive feelings, filled with positive energy. Two types of faith. One is of negative quality, one is of futile character, futile, useless, worthless, blind, absurd, illusory type. Other function, other fold of the faith, if that of so much positive energy, conviction, qualification, qualities, and experience, satisfaction, satisfying experience. So right now I'm talking of this second category faith, not the other one, not the useless one. So many wonderful things, many wonderful things, the higher spiritual life, the higher spiritual world, mystically wonderful things can be experienced, at least sensed, then comes to the point of experience. In the beginning sense and then experience in a more through the ways of the faith. Through faith, not through calculative, intellectual knowledge. Okay. And this has been described by the realized souls. Our Guru Maharaj, many other Guru Varga, explained it several times on different occasions. Saying like, service should become your life. Period. Whole world is there. In a shortcut way, precisely saying, some devotees asking, Guru Maharaj replied, service, looking at him, service, devotional service, that is your life. That is our life, nothing else. Other times saying, true sincerity is invincible. He means not in the material field, because in the material field of getting success, we find diplomacies, success of diplomacies, politics, tricks, those who know to become very clever and who know how to play tricks and be shrewd, they become successful on the mortal material plane. But on the higher spiritual plane, it's just opposite way, works opposite way. Like in the negative field, negative ways are working. Negative ways are working in the negative field of success. But on the positive fields, positive ways will be working, not the negative way working there. So Guru Maharaj means sincerity. Okay, in the field of cultivating our spiritual life, I repeat, Guru Maharaj repeatedly said, while you are engaging in cultivating your higher spiritual life, there is no question of cheating, playing tricks, okay, doing things clever way, shrewd ways. Okay, if you do so, you will be cheating yourself. First of all, you will be depriving yourself. You will not be depriving others. You will be cheating yourself, depriving yourself. You will be the great enemy to yourself, because in the spiritual world, it doesn't work in that way, the way things work in the material world. Okay, because after all, you have to understand. You are moving. You are being active. You are moving. You are working in the spiritual world. There things work in opposite way. The things work in the ways opposite to the materially motivated exploitations, cheating, politics, and all the dishonesty, shrewd ways. This is Maya, and that is divine, opposite to Maya. So, the way you think that you feel, experience, you are getting success over here. The ways you often experience, in the material world, many people are receiving success more in diplomatical, political, nasty, political, shrewd ways. Okay, exploiting. The more one can exploit others, the more one can be great. Can earn profit. The Mahajanas say. But you know the nature of the spiritual world, spiritual achievement, cultivation of spiritual life, just opposite to that. These ways, all these ways which are found to be somewhat, or greatly successful in this material plane of exploitations, mixture of honesty and hypocrisy, truth and untruth, good and evil. But it doesn't work in the same way in the spiritual world. It works opposite way. It works in a truthful way, honest, positive ways, where there is no question of any cheating, of hypocrisy, playing any diplomacy, shrewdness, no question of being dishonest, being insincere. No. Absolutely no. Everything always work in opposite way, with opposite character. Here things work in more tamoguna, there works in not only mode of goodness, but even in the mode of that consciousness, even beyond the general goodness, nirguna way, in a nirguna quality. So just as we find many examples like that. See, there are many things which are very good, very suitable, favorable for our life, are very unfavorable to other animals, other beings. There are many things in this world which are so favorable to many creatures, which is so favorable for many creatures, for many germs and bacteria, viruses, so many visible, invisible creatures to live their life. They are like poisonous to the human. If we try to live our life the way they are living, we'll die. What we are living, tree is accepting. We are breathing out the carbon dioxide, and tree is accepting as food. It is very favorable for the trees. Trees are releasing the oxygen. It is not good for the trees, oxygen, but it's very good for us, giving pranic energy. See how things are working opposite way. Some environment which is so favorable for the germs of our sickness, they can live very well in that kind of environment where we get sick. We are dying, but they are living very well. In our dead body, from the very moment of the death of the material body, see, another level of creation starts from the very moment, even before death. See, fermentation starts. From the very moment of our death of the material body, as soon as soul leaves the material body, process of fermentation starts. Biological process of fermentation. How do you say fermentation? Fermentation. Starts. So many germs, all the insects, germs start taking birth immediately, instantly, through the process of fermentation. And if you keep that dead body for a few days, just in a natural way, a natural environment, open, warmth, not under artificial, not keeping with ice and all things, applying preservatives, then within 48 48 to maximum 72 hours, we can visibly see, if you open up the skin, insects. How do you say? Little. And if you keep it for 7 days, oh, they're coming out of the skin, they took over the whole body, enjoying their life so much. See, they're enjoying so much, they're enjoying their life so much at the cost of our body. See, something which is not good for us, good for them. Working opposite way. Something which is working so good for them is bad for us. Something which is giving life to them is causing death to us, like deadly disease, deadly sickness. The germs, bacteria or viruses of the deadly sickness, okay, are deadly for us. They're destroying our life. But they are living happily. So things of the nature, at that time, things of the nature are working so favorably, happening so happily to maintain and sustain their life. Lives of the germs of sickness, bacteria and viruses of sickness. Okay. They are happily living their life at the cost of our life. But while they are allowed to be living inside us, those germs and bacteria of the sickness, then they are letting us die. They are causing our death. So we'll be dying and they will be living. Things are happening opposite way to each other. This is one of the examples. Many examples like that. Something I remember one time. Okay, once and twice I had the experience. Some type of exceptional type of experiences in a playful way, in a simple, natural way. Once it so happened, I came back. I came back to my place, to my room after many months. So my room in Navadvip Dham remained closed for several months. At least around 3 to 4 months. Then, as naturally, before entering my room, it had to be cleaned. And while entering the room, firstly I am faced with some cobweb, spider's net coming on my face. So anyway, some devotees are helping, breaking the cobwebs, cleaning the room. Then I found there was some food somewhere. It got fermented, and it got so still fermented, some germs came. And I found some spiders, some creatures on the food, and I also found some sort of frogs, some sort of creatures like, how do you say, kanda we call, some centipede or something, frogs. They managed to take some shelter in my room somewhere. And devotees are cleaning my room. I said, stop. They are living their life so happily. So now, if you clean my room, you are destroying all their life. You are destroying the spiders. You are driving away the frogs. You are cleaning those insects, nicely enjoying on their food. Some fruits got fermented, something. So at that moment, I actually I was feeling some kindness for them. I was in a dilemma. I was feeling so much kindness for them. They are living their life happily in a natural way. Now, because of my coming back to my room, now they are all their lives will be destroyed. They are being shelterless, thrown away, shelterless. So much turmoil coming to their life because of my coming, because of cleaning my room. I was in a dilemma. I was feeling kindness to all the creatures. They're innocent. They're living their lives. They found this shelter. What is their fault? Why should I drive them away? Ruthlessly, cruelly, throw them away, causing turmoils in their lives. I was in a dilemma. Disciples are looking at my face, thinking, what's happening with Maharaj? They could not properly understand. I said, stop. Don't disturb them. Looking at my face, some smiling. What's happening with Gurudev? What's happening with Srila Maharaj? We have to clean this room. He cannot leave. Then my mind was like that. Okay. Just clean the dust away. Don't disturb them. I will be living with them. Peaceful coexistence. Let me try. I did it. They could not agree with that. I said, don't disturb. Keep those fermented fruits just a little bit away in some corner of my room. Let them enjoy their life. Okay, don't throw away the frogs from my room. Okay, you already broke some spider nets. Okay, only my path where I will be moving through, just take away the spider nets. Don't disturb other spiders. And don't kill any spider. Okay, you already disturbed broken spider nets. They are running here and there. Let them go away to a safe place. Don't kill them. Don't kill any one of them. Okay, in the process of your cleaning, none of them should be killed. You just put them little away. Don't disturb. I can manage. And I did stay for several days with them in that way. Peaceful coexistence. Then at some point, normally it was impractical. Frogs were passing stool and they are doing that, and creatures, they were spreading. Then I had to call. I said, take them nicely, without killing any one of them. Take them nicely in a pot and throw them, put them in some jungle area where they can live their life. Okay, if you clean the spider's web, don't kill any spiders. Try to collect them in some way. They are running here and there. Collect them and take them out in my room and put in some jungle area on some trees. Take the frogs nicely, put in some suitable jungle area without killing any one of them. And that's how some devotee did, in a careful way. So I felt that way, An example. Something so good for them is not so suitable for my living, human living. That's the way things work. Back to the point in this way. So, something which are working nicely in so-called successful way, practical way, bringing gains in the material life, material world, some ways that are politics, through diplomacy, cheatings, hypocrisy, lying, playing tricks. They work on this plane, on this limited plane of exploitations, which is not very ideal plane to be living in compared to the divine plane. Therefore our final aim is to get out of this mortal, limited plane, mundane plane, and go to the divine abode of Krishna. That's our final goal. But again, back to the point. So the ways which are working as fine on the mundane plane, in the spiritual world, these ways are simply unqualified. Spiritual world, things work completely different way, opposite ways. There things work with more truthfulness, honesty, true spirits, okay, higher ideals, with loving care for each other, in a high class way, noble ways. If somebody try to apply the mundane ways in the life of the spiritual cultivations, he will be living in the fools. How to say? He will be living in the paradise of fools. He will be living in the fool's paradise, thinking I will be advanced. I will be more developed and advanced. Same way, it doesn't work. So, in which point, in which connection, I say, like the statement of Guru Maharaj, in order to explain the statement of Guru Maharaj, like, sincerity is invincible. He means such statements in relation to the spiritual world. Our development, cultivation is spiritual world, not applying to the material world, because in the material plane, sincerity is not always invincible. Many sincere souls get cheated. Many sincere souls, in spite of being utmost sincere and honest, become cheated by the hypocrites. Although those hypocrites and the cheaters, they cannot also get away from the karma. They have to suffer, reap the result of the karma of their cheating either today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow. It will take place, it will happen by the laws of action and reactions. But momentarily, temporarily they think, oh, I fooled him. I am gaining so much by fooling him. I am gaining so much by exploiting him. I am so intelligent. Look, I am so smart and intelligent because I could fool him. I could exploit him. He is so fool. But he doesn't know in the first place how fool he is. When the karmic reaction will come because of those cheating and hypocritic acting and dishonest acting, okay, then it will be too late. It will be too late for him to rectify. Then he will understand what is what. So, many things are there. Once I remember, once somebody asked me, Maharaj ji, during the tsunami, so many people got wiped out. So many people got simply wiped off, they are killed. So, are all those people bad people? Might have been some good people. So why? They also had to suffer from the same karma. I said, look, first of all you have to understand about the law of karma, of the nature of the law of karma. Karmic result not only comes individually, I repeat, karmic results is not caused by individual karma, also collective karma. So sometimes some individual beings also take suffering being a part of the reactions of the collective karma, not always individual karma. It has been described in Holy Scriptures in these ways: adhyatmik, adhidoivik, adhibhautik. Three kinds of miseries. Adhyatmik, adhibhautik means caused by natural, the turmoils, great miseries caused by the natural calamities, by the environment. And adhidoivik. Okay, adhidoivik means the natural calamities. Adhidoivik, yes. Adhidoivik means all the natural calamities like tsunami, earthquake, drought, big flood, okay, all these. Adhidoivik. And adhibhautik means the difficulty, great troubles caused by the environment. So something caused by the environment means due to collective karma. And adhyatik means from your own self, from your own wrong activities. You are causing your own trouble. That is adhyatik nature. Nobody else responsible. Not environment, not other things. Nobody else responsible for that. You are causing your own trouble. You are responsible to be inviting troubles for yourself. You are inviting your problem, troubles in life. That is adhyatik. Now I asked him back. Secondly, I said, now I am going to ask you something. So my answer is given through my question to you. Do you really think all those people, from a neutral stand, don't be prejudiced, from a neutral stand, try to judge it. From a very neutral stand of action and reaction, neutral stand of judgment, unbiased stand of judgment, try to understand. Who are those people who are enjoying their life, on the seashore? Are all those people are truly situated in the mode of goodness, you think? The high class, sattik, pious people? Those who are engaged in enjoying the seafoods there. And in order to satisfy their greed, in order to satisfy the greed of those people, so many hunters were ruthlessly, cruelly hunting, killing the seafood, sea animals, who did not do any harm to those people, just to satisfy the greed of their tongue. There are a lot of vegetarian foods, no doubt. But simply to be satisfying the greed of their tongue, they are enjoying all the seafoods, and in order to satisfy their greed, so many people are engaged in that profession of ruthlessly, cruelly killing all the sea animals, sea creatures. And there are those people who are enjoying seafood. Is it a good act? Is it the sign of pious people? Sometimes we even heard, I have not seen with my own eyes, but I saw it on TV. They bury the alive pig. They bury underground in a fiery place to get it roasted, and then after sometimes they dig it up, skin off, cut their flesh into pieces and eat. What kind of entertainment they are having, those people who are wiped up by the tsunami? They're enjoying seafood, but they are enjoying their life. They're enjoying their life with so much cruelty, unkindness, with so much. They're enjoying their life, enjoying the food through the path of so much cruelty to satisfy their greed. They were enjoying with intoxication, enjoying their life with taking some drugs or intoxications, most of them. They are enjoying that just material life. And if you really go to closely analyze, most of the people are cheaters. They were hypocritic to each other, cheating each other. They are not all sadhus. They are not living their lives in the mode of goodness. So how can you say that the good people got wiped out by tsunami? No. They can easily understand. If you go to tell them, human meat is very tasty, more tasty than the animal meat. So why should you are wasting so much food every day in your life in the form of dead human beings. We are not asking to kill any human being. Many human beings are naturally dead, and their meat, taste of their meat is no less tasty than the cow's meat or sheep meat or goat meat or seafood. So if satisfying the greed of your tongue is the criteria of enjoyment, why don't you eat human meat? So much food is wasted every second, every time. Dead human, I mean. You don't have to kill anyone, dead human beings. Oh no, can we eat human flesh? What is the logic? Okay. So why don't you, take a piece of human flesh and fry nicely, like the way you are frying other animal flesh, and eat it, very tasty. When tiger, lion gets the taste of human meat, they don't want to eat other foodstuffs, because human flesh is so tasty. If taste of the tongue, greed of the tongue is the criteria of life, why you are wasting so much human food? They cannot answer, nobody can answer. Okay. After the tsunami also, what happened when after the tsunami was over, when the people started hunting, killing the seafood again, from their bellies, stomach, human hand, human fingers with the ring, ornaments, all came out from the stomach, from the belly of the fishes and other sea creatures. And then when they started coming out, and then some humans were disgusted for a while. Okay, disgusted for a while. Fingers with the rings, hands, some part of hands, many parts of the humans are coming from the bellies, stomachs of the big fishes or other seafood. See. So, maybe they were thanking the Supreme Lord for giving them so much food through tsunami. All those seafood, sea animals, they got lot of foods in the form of dead humans wiped out by the tsunamis. So they were very thankful to the Supreme Creator. After all, so long we are looking for such human food, and now we have got so much human flesh, so much food. So they enjoyed eating so much human food. Actually, many of them, after they are dying, even they started eating alive human or just dead after being dead in tsunami. So see the ecosystem. Okay, so I was asking that person, you are judging things in a one-sided way. You are only judging things why those human beings should die. Can't you see so much food was supplied to the sea creatures, whom human beings were eating years after years after years after years. Now it is their turn. Their turn, vice versa. What is wrong? Okay. You can be going on eating them, ruthlessly killing them and eating them for years after years after years. There is nothing wrong in that, because you think they are our food. Very fine, you are also their food. Same justice. Nature is doing the same justice to them. So it's their turn also to taste your flesh. So long you tasted their flesh, their meat, now it is their turn by the law of karma to taste your meat, to enjoy it. So some equal justice is being done. Because you are a human, you are so partial, you are so prejudiced, so you are only judging things in a selfish way, partial way. Your ways of judgment is biased. That's why you are thinking great injustice. God is also, if not, God is not directly involved with all this. The nature is also doing a great justice to those sea creatures by supplying so much human food after long, in turn, in reaction. It was supposed to happen. through action and reaction. To every action, there is equal and befitting reaction. So following that law of karma, it happened. Number one. Sometime some asked, so many animals being ruthlessly killed. Why it is being allowed by the nature? If God is kind, nature is kind, Mother Nature, why it is being allowed? I said, in this birth, those cows, those sheep or goats or pigs, you are seeing being beheaded, ruthlessly killed by some humans. You know, most possibly it could be, and most possibly it was the fact, in the previous birth, though those who are being killed in this lifetime, they were the killers in the previous lifetime, and these humans who are killing them today got killed by them. It's a vicious circle of action and reaction. Vicious circle of the karma, sinful karma, action and reaction we cannot detect out. In this life we are seeing these animals are innocent. These animals are so innocent. Oh, okay, why? And these humans are so cruel. They are cruelly slaughtering them. But why animals are not being protected? Why they are being allowed to be slaughtered by these unkind humans? The answer is that those animals getting slaughtered in this lifetime are also slaughterer, killer in the past lives. And these humans who are killing them today are getting killed. They were animals in the past life. They were like cows, sheep, pigs, all this in the animals' life. They got beheaded, they got killed, ruthlessly killed. Now, okay, in this way, so it's taking turn in the vicious circle of action and reaction of the sinful karma. Therefore, our final aim to get out of this vicious circle and go to the divine abode, reach the plane of liberation, be liberated from this vicious, go out, be liberated, be delivered from this vicious circle of birth and death, going on, and go to the divine abode, plane of perfection, plane of the plane of divinity, heavenly plane of divinity, where things start in happiness, end in happiness, where things are activated, okay, in kindness, in mutual care for each other, and ending also, I repeat, where everything is manifesting and happening in loving and mutual care for each other, and also ending in the same way, instead of exploiting each other, causing pain to each other. That is the difference between how things happen on the divine plane and on this mortal material plane. That's the difference. So back to the point. So then that person realized, that person told me, Swamiji, I didn't look at it from this angle or this platform of vision. Or you have got higher vision. I did not even think of from this aspect, in this way. So sometimes it may also happen in the lives of the great spiritualist. Many things appear in the form of curse, to be ultimately transformed in the form of boon. So, therefore, the intelligent devotees do not immediately start complaining to Krishna as soon as something happening apparently negative. As soon as something happening in their lives, apparently negative way, disappointing way, okay, why Krishna is allowing them to happen in my life. Even if I am not a great devotee of Krishna, but still I can claim, I think I can demand. Why you are doing? Krishna can say, why should I be working, helping you so much? What you do for me? Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Have you really tried to do anything for me, to connect with me? Okay. Have you tried to pay any attention to me? Now you are paying all attention to me because you are in turmoil. Now you are thinking of me so much, remembering of so much through your prayer because you are faced with difficulties. But during your happy time, time of enjoyment, how much you remembered me, how much attention you paid to me, so that I have to work for you, so that I have to fulfill your prayer. Oh, now I need to be unconditionally kind to you. Now I need to be unconditionally merciful to you because you are praying to me. But may I not expect any little attention from you, loving attention towards me? Can I not expect any of your endeavor, your proper endeavor to connect with me? You know, I am your creator. I have supplied so much to you to live your life. I have supplied water, I have supplied food, lights, water, air, beautiful green surroundings, everything to live your life so nicely, happily. Do you remember to offer any gratitude to me? Do you remember to pay attention to me with some loving gratitude in everyday life? Make special efforts to relate to me with some devotion, with some love? No. 98% of your life you are engaged for your selfish happiness. And when you are faced with turmoil, great difficulty, very good time for you to remember me. And if I don't send help to you, you complain, why you are allowing it to happen in my life? Why you are not helping me? You are very expert to come up with complaints, lot of complaints. But you know, if you become still that, even in that time, on the face, while you are faced with the experience of your great difficulties, even turmoil of your life, do you know? If you still become my devotee, if you still continue with faith in me, relate with me with faith and devotion, even if you sincerely try to do that, then you know what can happen. All your curse can be transformed into boon by my intervention. But you don't have faith in me. You don't believe in me. And that's what we see in the great lives. What I'm talking based on realities. In the great, as we look into the great lives, greatly successful lives, spiritually successful, what we see, they also pass through a lot of difficulties and turmoils. But all their difficulties ultimately got transformed into boon. All turned into great gains. Wonderful way. Great lives never collapse or succumb. That's one of the great characteristics, criteria of the great lives, extraordinary lives. They never collapse on the face of some great difficulties, obstacles, upheavals, turmoil, even turmoils of life. They hold themselves, deriving this superior power, deeper power from within, from the level of their soul and super soul. They help themselves while engaged in prayer for receiving the help from above, receiving the help from the superpower, super soul, superpower to be blessing them with superior ability, commando-like ability, and they surpass, they overcome all the difficulties. Finally, they do overcome all the difficulties and turmoils of life, and all the cursing situations become ultimately transformed into boon-giving situation, boons, success. And these are all realities. Just look into, read their lives and see. Divine commandos. Yeah. So the fact is that, see, often these questions come in the lives of the devotees. While they are living the life in the mode of goodness, okay, with piety, with some pious practices, living their life in the mode of goodness and virtuous ways, okay, nicely, okay, still, and also engaged in some service to the Lord, then frequently, time to time, they are also experienced by the law of karma, effect of their past karma, also by some mundane nature, by the mundane nature of this mundane world. They also are often faced with some difficulties, experience some difficulties, upheavals in life, sometimes turmoil, and then they are on the verge of losing faith. They are on the verge, on the edge of losing faith in God. Okay, complaining, why you are allowing all these things to happen. Get very frustrated. But our holy scriptures guide us in a very special, beautiful way. You know, that is the real taste. That is the top taste of your life, to prove yourself like elite commando in the devotional field. If you can still hold yourself, if you can still be holding yourself with full faith in the Supreme Lord, while trying to derive some deeper power, deeper ability from the level of your soul and super soul from within, and also praying for some help from the Divine Lord with full faith, saying, I am ready to accept this challenge, my Lord. I am ready to face all this challenge in my Lord. But please, let me not collapse. Please protect me. Take care of me, protect me so that I don't collapse. I can still be remaining as your devotee. I can still be continuing my life of devotion with full faith in you. Please help me. Please help me in that way. And help comes. Because the difference, the great difference being made by the great lives or exalted pure devotees, I repeat, the difference, real difference which is found between the lives of the pure, exalted pure devotees and the ordinary conditioned jivosal, that those great lives, those pure devotees never lose faith. They never lose faith in Krishna, Supreme Lord. They never lose spirit of their devotion to Krishna, rather accepting it with higher spirit of adventure, still having full faith in Krishna that he will be protecting him, he will remain protected by him. Some big taste coming due to the law of karma, due to my some past karma or present karma, some wrong deeds, such big taste coming in my life, appearing in my life, that in one hand I need to pass through this, just reap the result, go through it, pass through it and get over. Karma is over then. Karmic reaction is over. And number 2, I have to take care of myself so that I don't collapse to that. I can overcome. But I cannot complain to Krishna because of my own, because of reaping the result of my own karma. Okay? Because of going through my own karma, karmic reaction, what I'm supposed to go through. So I cannot complain, I cannot accuse Krishna for that. But I can pray to him to help me so that I can survive. There is nothing wrong in that kind of prayer. That I can survive, my Lord. After all, I am your devotee, I have accepted whatever way, in whatever capacity is possible for me. I have accepted your shelter. In whatever capacity it is possible for me, I have become your devotee. I have accepted your shelter. My Lord, you know that. Please pay attention to me. Please be protecting me, helping me so that I can survive. I can overcome and remain engaged in your service in my devotional life. That's what the great lives do. And help comes. Help comes. Special help and special power of grace comes, descends in their life and empowers them, enables them to overcome all the difficulties and turmoils of life and be finally victorious, be beautified, be effulgent, be glorious with victory and victory and victory. That's what is the character of the great lives. They pass through the battles, life battles, then finally they become decorated with so much victory, glory, no failure, no collapsing, no failure, opposite to that. And that has happened, what I'm talking about, it has happened throughout the time immemorial, throughout the ages, in the great lives, not for the ordinary lives. Therefore they are called Mahapurusha. So all the curses are ultimately transformed into boons in their life. Even in my life I experienced. In my life something appeared, momentarily appeared in my life as curse, great difficulties. Then as it continued, as I continued my life with full faith in Krishna, without any complaint, full faith in Krishna. Although I am a tiny servitor, I am not a big devotee. I am a tiny servitor, small devotee. But still, as I could manage to be continuing my life of devotion with full faith in my Lord, in Krishna, in Srimati Radhika, Mahaprabhu, grace of our Guru Maharaj, Guru Varga. Then I started watching, I was being watchful. Those same curse, difficulties, they begin to be transforming. They're turning their colors and ways. They're turning into slow but steady way, turning into boons. Boon. Then I realized if this would not have happened in this way, this boon could not come. Because this happened in this negative way, because something happened in this negative way, therefore that paved the way, that created the scope of happening these things in a positive way in my life. Otherwise, if such thing would not have happened in apparently negative way in my life, such positive gain, positive opening would not have taken place. It's like that. What one side is being broken, other side is building. In the river, examples are given. When one side of the river, getting a bit falling apart. One side of the river, one shore of the river falling apart, other side is building. Many islands, beautiful islands of the sea came up like that. They came up from the womb of ocean. Big, big islands, fertile land. Many people started living their dwelling place. But what happened? In the course of manifesting those islands, other parts of the earth went down in the ocean water. Many things happen. So this is for sure. Believe me, this is for sure. In the higher devotee's life, in the true devotee's life, even if some curse appears, be sure that today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow, those curses are going to be transformed into boon by the blessed intervention of the Supreme Divine. Provided you continue to become devotee without complaints. Tattenu kampang susamiksamano bhanjano evatma kritanga vipakam hridbag bapu bhir vidadhan namaste jive tojo mukti pade bhakti pade sadaya bhag. What I am explaining so far, the truth I am explaining so far is very wonderfully explained through this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, exceptional type of verse, to make the devotees of Lord elite commandos, spiritual elite commandos. Not to finish them, not to lead to destruction, but to make them elite commandos, letting them pass through, overcome those, be glorious, manifest with glory, manifest with the glorious ability and beauty of divine elite commandos. So, true devotees do not need to be worried or frustrated, hopeless. No. Just have patience. They need to be waiting, having patience, because long-term gain comes to long-term. When long-term big gain through our investment takes some time, it doesn't happen immediately. Look into the lives of every successful person. Show me one example. Can you show me one single example? Can you show me one single example of someone very successful in life that he never experienced the failure? In the course of becoming successful, he never experienced failure. You cannot show me one example. All the great successful men always also inevitably experience some failures at certain point, certain stage of his life or her life. Pass through the failure, but then overall he or she achieved. Overall he became very successful because the percentage of this success he achieved much greater than the percentage of the experience of failure. They are considered successful. But it cannot be one became successful 100% from the beginning to end. From the very beginning to end, he continued to be successful and successful and successful. No. Some success also achieved through failure. Often, certain types of successes in our lives achieved through failure. So the highly intelligent and extraordinary persons, they learn so much from their failures. They don't take it just in a negative way. They don't accept just in a negative way in their life. They learn so much, from the experience of failure, and they gain so much, what they utilize further to receive success at the later part. They learn so much the ways. Oh, these are the ways. It's not working. Unless they experience it, they will never know which ways will be working, which ways will not be working in their life. So they learn through failures. Oh, these ways are not working. They are not the right ways. Okay, now choose the right ways. Leave behind the wrong ways. Take the right ways. Happens. So we have to change our temperament from ordinary into extraordinary. We need to be changing our temperament from a limited ordinary way into with extraordinary character. We need to realize about ourselves. We need to experience about ourselves and our ability to manage things more than ordinary level. We also have extraordinary levels of ability. Have to discover. We all have some extraordinary levels of our own abilities, own power. We have to discover. All we need to discover them. Discover or develop further, both ways. Discover it, and if it is not there, make it. Make it. Okay? Create it. Develop it with the help of the with the help of the divine grace from above, with the help of the superpower. Grace has empowerment. Grace has power from the divine truth. And follow the paths of the great lives. Always be following the paths of the great lives, footprints of the great successful lives. Decorated with success, passing through so much difficulties and turmoil, ultimately fulfilled, glorious, glorified with success. And all their experiences, all their past experiences of going through all the past difficulties become ornamental to them. Heroic ornaments becomes ornaments for them, representing heroic qualifications, heroic qualities that of extraordinary character and beauty. Because they passed through all the battles, life battles, and won the life battles, so now ultimately they are glorified, glorious, decorated with the qualities of the heroism, decorated with the heroic qualities, extraordinary heroic qualities. Therefore, the great lives. If they can do, we can also do. That's the message they leave behind. That's the great message. Great beneficial messages they leave behind. See, we have been able to do it. See, we have been able to reach our goal. Make it. Reach our goal. So you can also do it. If we can do, if from ordinary level, if we can become extraordinary, you can also become. You can also become that. So much thorough explanation around this topic. Any question? Any query? I'm holding this for half 1 hour. This is a character. I'm holding this. Not relating to it. Because I'm absorbed in different level, different world. Now I feel some need, I can drink it. Now let me see whether I can drink in a Vedic way or not. See, the edges are prepared in a round way. So if I go to drink in a Vedic way, water spills, but I can still make it. Let's see. I can do